Hi, Selena. Thank you very much for getting me in here, really. It's always great to expose yourself to different things, so straight away awareness. I mean, it's something as a health professional you're slightly aware of. There's so many other issues that they push into.
Councils have a huge role to play, not only in making local people aware of trafficking and modern slavery, which is really important when they're monitoring nail salon, car washes, and local building sites, but in addressing their own supply chains and hiring practices. I want to know that my council is not complicit in modern slavery. I don't think that we can expect less of our councils, which are supposed to serve people in our boroughs and are spending taxpayers' money, than we expect of businesses.
There's also the Modern Slavery Act, which we've spoken about. Now, Section 54 of that Act requires all commercial organisations that turn over more than £36 billion per annum to publish an annual slavery and human trafficking statement saying what they have done in the year to address risks to human rights in their supply chains, or that they have done nothing. So, just emphasising that last point, or that they have done nothing. In my humble opinion, just complying with that legislation is not enough for Croydon Council. If they are really serious about removing modern slavery, we need to map out our supply chains. We need to understand what we are getting, where from, and get an idea of the risk that exists in our supply chains. I propose that we can eradicate modern slavery. We can do it one locality at a time, and with a sustainable recovery package for the people that have been unfortunate victims of modern slavery. Thank you.
The UK made a huge step forward in addressing modern slavery with the introduction of the Modern Slavery Act in 2015. But this is not enough. We must address the fact that the current system is not providing enough support for victims and survivors of modern slavery. There are insufficient support systems in place to help survivors of modern slavery recover. A key part of the reintegration process, a part I am campaigning for, is the right to English language learning. The government needs to provide free English classes to survivors and make these a right that all survivors are entitled to. These classes should be a safe and inclusive space for survivors, which is why it is fundamental that we understand their fluctuating needs. Survivors deserve to be understood.
I work for an organisation, an independent organisation that I set up a few years ago called Beyond the Page. Of the women who are there, we've met several with learning difficulties, some who are first language illiterate, some who are university graduates, some who are first language English fluent but are hiding the fact they've got no reading and writing. There's a huge range of what women are bringing into the space in terms of their learning need. Speaking confidence is our very, very first aim, and that's in order for all migrant women that we work with to become active and engaged citizens in wherever they're going to live, whether it's now or when they're moving on to.
It is sometimes easier for some services to be outsourced to agencies. This means that a hotel, for example, would be paying another business to provide a service like cleaning. Those workers will therefore not be subject necessarily to the same internal checks or have the same support as workers directly employed by the hotel. I am asking in these 5 minutes I have to speak for an inclusion of practical modern slavery awareness training at the level of Level 3, the A-level equivalent, vocational courses and apprenticeships in the hospitality industry. As students of hospitality-related NVQs and apprenticeships moved into both large and small businesses, the knowledge that they have learned from modern slavery will be shared across the industry. And as these students progress into positions of more authority, they can develop a culture of actively combating modern slavery in the sector, ensuring that everyone is aware of the signs of modern slavery and what to do if they suspect it, and setting up systems that hopefully prevent it.
One of the ways that we do this, try to tackle modern slavery and human trafficking, is by working with hospitality and hotels in particular to give them the tools that they need to spot, report, and do something about the issue of trafficking. It is an industry that employs 292 million people around the world. That's 1 in 10. So it is huge, right? It could be abused or threatened, or their families threatened. Horrific things are happening to these human beings, and the estimates are that there are 40.3 million of them living around the world.
Go out and tell everybody about modern slavery and that they can do something to end it. Thank you all very, very much.